Today, we are going to learn everything about the best order blocks and how to trade order blocks from A to Z. What is an order block? How to identify order blocks? How to draw supply and demand zones from the order blocks? Order block or not, analyzing special structures. What makes an order block a high or low quality order block? 6 key points. My ideal super order blocks. 3 different entry types from order block demand and supply areas, including day trading and scalping. This will be our technical video. In our next video, we'll go over the best order block trading examples. Wow, we have so much to cover. Okay, before we start, you should be watching all the videos in the price action trading playlist. Because I'm creating videos in order, I'll use terms like MSP, OB, and BB. So it's impossible to explain these terms again and again in each video. Please watch the playlist, thank you. If you're ready, let's start. Now, what is an order block? It's the accumulation of orders from the market makers. Let's understand the idea. Assume an institutional bank wants to buy Bitcoin, which is worth like $100 million. If they buy it at once, they will disturb the market by causing huge price moves. So instead, they will split the money into small chunks like $20 million and buy it slowly without disturbing the markets. It is believed that order blocks are these buy or sell supply and demand areas where market makers' orders are piled up. Most of these price action concepts are created by ICT, Inner Circle Trader. Let's start with the bullish order block. I'll explain it step by step again. You already know what MSP is. After a nice downtrend, price struggles and creating our deepest lower low. So, which lower high creates the deepest lower low? As you can see, this one. The next step is confirming the strong market structure break. You already know all these and entry zones. Now comes the order block. So, which swing causes the market structure to break? As you can see, this swing. What should you look for? The last swing that causes the market structure break. So the last red candlestick that starts the swing, which causes MSP, is our order block candlestick. If you are confused, don't worry. Let's see an example. As you can see in this example, our strong MSP and deepest lower low are quite clear. Now can you tell me, which last red candlestick starts the swing that causes the market structure to break? This is our red candlestick, our order block demand zone. It all starts with this candlestick. And when the price comes back to this demand zone, we expect a reaction. Let's check the bearish order block. 1. Identify the deepest higher high. 2. Identify the higher low that creates the deepest higher high. 3. Confirm the strong MSP. 4. Identify the swing that causes the market structure break. 5. Identify the last green candlestick that starts the swing which causes the market structure to break. This green candlestick is order block, our supply area. Let's see an example. Our deepest higher high and strong MSP are already confirmed, as you can notice. Now, tell me this. Which swing causes the market structure to break? Yes, you can see that this swing causes the market structure break. So, when did this swing movement start? Right here. The last green candlestick that starts the swing movement is our bearish order block and our supply area. We expect price react from here. Do not worry, this is just a technical video. The next video will be full of examples. Nothing is perfect in life. Trading is the same. Many times you will notice that MSB does not happen at once without a prior consolidation. Now I want you to tell me which swing causes a market structure break. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. As you can easily see, our market structure breaks with the number 3. So this time, our order block demand zone is this red candlestick, which creates the swing with the market structure break. Let's see an example now. As you can see in this example, there is a bit of consolidation before the market structure break. There are 3 swings. Does number 1 cause MSB? No. Does number 2 cause MSB? No. Does number 3 cause MSB? Yes. Now, this red candlestick is our order block. As you can see, price come back to our demand zone and reacted really well. Okay, now you identified the order block candlestick, but how to draw supply and demand areas from these order blocks? This concept heavily depends on the trader. If the candlestick has a huge body and small wicks, I only take the body of the candlestick as the demand or supply area. If the body is so small, I consider taking wicks with the body as a whole. The most important part of order blocks is the middle point. This is where pro traders place their stop limit orders for sniper entries. This is a risky way of trading, however, the reward is really high. Before we move on, I have to talk about break-off structure, BOSS. It is a very easy concept. Right after a market structure break, if the trend continues by making new higher highs, each time the price breaks the previous higher high, we have a break-off structure. Now some traders call MSB as BOSS. But names do not matter. You can name it whatever you wish. Call it anything you want. I've seen many traders use higher lows or lower highs that cause a break-off structure as order block, supply and demand zones. Well, actually, there are market structure breaks at every single swing point. Just go in a lower time frame. You will witness another market structure break. So this means that order blocks are everywhere. But the question is, are they usable? We will learn soon. Another thing I saw is that some traders consider every single engulfing pattern as order block, supply and demand zones. If you go in lower time frames, you will again see that there are market structure breaks. Again, the same question. Can we consider every single engulf pattern as an order block? Don't worry. You will learn how to identify the highest quality order blocks right now. Quality order blocks part 1. Obvious strong market structure breaks are my number 1 preference to identify order blocks. I usually look for strong MSB rather than break-off structure or random engulfing patterns. Because these order blocks are so strong that they manage to change the market structure strongly. This is not an easy task. Generally, a market maker or a big catalyst such as news can do this. Quality order blocks part 2. I always look for big pumping moves with imbalances rather than slow expansions. This increases the quality of the order block. But why? Again, think about it. Can small traders and retail traders move the price like this? Usually, they cannot. So there should be a reason behind it, such as market maker involvement, or there's a catalyst like big deals, contracts, or partnerships. Quality order blocks part 3. Okay, right after a big pump with imbalanced candlesticks, I would like to see slow pullback to order block supply and demand zones. This indicates a healthy price action. Otherwise, if you see pumps and dumps all the time, it means that it is quite an easily manipulated asset. Quality order blocks part 4. This is again my personal choice. I find order blocks stronger if they can break the market structure at once without prior consolidation or a range. Of course, the other types of order blocks are still good quality and usable. Quality order blocks part 5. Key levels are really important to make the order block stronger. Actually, key levels make every other price action structure stronger. So, what are these? Significant support resistance areas, SR flips, other price action supply and demand zones, round numbers, significant key levels like day, week, month, high, low, close, open, volume profile, high volume nodes. So combining these key levels with the order block makes the OB much more high quality. Quality order blocks part 6. This one is about entry quality. Market structure break does not mean the trend will change. Yes, it is a high chance, but not certain. Many times prices come back to test the order blocks again and again. I experienced that the first test back to order blocks have the highest quality reactions. Other tests could be unreliable or unknown. Okay, let's create my ideal super order block, but this is just my own opinion. 1. Strong market structure break confirmation. 2. Market structure break happens at once without prior consolidations. 3. Market structure break happens with big pumping candlesticks with imbalances. Do not worry about imbalance. I'll teach you in detail in the future. However, you can watch the best trading view indicators for price action video that I showed the imbalance indicator. 4. An engulfing pattern could be ideal for a higher quality OB. 5. Fast pump time than a slow pullback time for a healthy price action. 6. Key levels are very important, such as support resistance, day, week, month, low and highs, and volume profile, high volume nodes. 7. The first test to OP zone is usually better and healthier for entries. Okay, let's see the example. 1. Strong MSP happens. 2. MSP happens at once without prior consolidation. 3. MSP happens with a big pump with imbalanced candlesticks. 4. Nice engulfing pattern at OB point. 5. Fast pump and slow pullback for healthy price action. 6. Key levels. Actually, this is the area of the previous month's low. 7. The first test for OB demand zone. Yes, this is my ideal super order block. Of course, there will not be 7 out of 7 all the time, it is impossible. But please keep checking these parts as much as possible. Okay, let's talk about how to enter order block supply and demand zones. There are 3 significant entry types, and I use 3 of them depending on my time and risk management. The first entry is a risky sniper entry. What you do is so simple. Identify the mid-level from the high-quality order block candlestick and set your stop limit order. That's it. Our stop loss order at the low point of order block candlestick. This is the most rewarding entry type, but the problem is that there's no guarantee that order block will work. Price may drop even lower, who knows? The second entry type is that I mention all the time. First of all, identify a significant reversal candlestick around the order block supply or demand zone. For example, hammers, pin bars, or spinning tops and bottoms. And wait for the next supporting red or green candlestick to make an entry. Your risk-reward ratio will be more balanced, unlike high rewarding sniper entries. The last entry type is the most secure entry possible, which is used by all pro price action traders. The downside is it requires patience and time. You have to combine high and low time frames and find order block areas in a low time frames with a strong market structure break. As you can see, this chart is in 4 hours. If you go down to 45 minutes chart, you will notice a micro MSB and a mini order block to enter a trade. Yes, this is your best possible entry. However, as I said, I use 3 of these entry types depending on my time and risk management. How about scalping and quicker day trading? You can easily combine high time frames and low time frames even for scalping. Find OB in 1 hour chart, make an entry with a 15 or 5 minutes. Find OB in 30 minutes chart and make an entry with a 5 or 3 minutes chart as scalping. Or even find an order block with 15 minutes chart and make an entry with 2 or 1 minute chart or use a sniper entries. Just go for high quality order blocks as much as possible. It all depends on you. I hope this session was clear for all of you. Thank you for joining me. The next video will be about lots of examples of trading order blocks. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a like for me. Thank you, take care and see you soon.